What's going on, YouTube? Ground Chuck here in the Ground Chuck game room. Doing another VR today. His 103 sub giveaway. He's over that now. I mentioned him on someone you need to go watch his videos. So this VR is for Scott Maz. Scott does a very good job of commenting on my videos. I'm sure that he comments on a lot of yours. So give him some hobby love, community love, and go and sub his channel, watch his content. It's good stuff. So his VR is a contest for showing your favorite card set. So I'm a vintage guy, but the funny thing is my favorite set of all time is more modern. So my favorite set of all time is the 2000 Fleer Greats of the Game set. And I'm gonna get into why. So here's a promotional card. And I have the base set all complete. This is a promotional sample of Nolan Ryan. I've completed this set. I completed it right when it came out. Here's the Mickey Mantle. But what I was intrigued about is just the loads of stars in the vintage. Here's Satchel. And I'm gonna go right there for you, Scott. Slide you right on over. Actually, no, you go up top. There you go, Scott. And just the vintage in there. But yes, I like the set. That's my favorite set of all time. But the insert set of the autos is what, excuse me, what really I love, and I'm intrigued. I have 56 of the 94 autographs. So yeah, I'm over halfway. That's awesome. I'll never complete it, most likely. There's a lot of short prints in there, but I'm gonna bust through these, the ones that I do have. Louis Aparicio, auto, on card. I love the on card. Hall of Famer. Hank Bauer, New York Yankee legend. So I'm going to show you all 56, guys. I'm going to roll through. Don Baylor. I believe he was a MVP. Was it 79 or 78? I forget. Vita Blue, Cy Young and MVP, I want to say in 71. I think he should be a Hall of Famer. Burt Be Home by Bly-Levin, Hall of Famer. I love these on cards. And yeah, I'm going to fly through because I don't want it to be too long. Bobby Bonds, the all-time home run king, asterisk. Father, Bobby Bonds, he has deceased. A lot of these guys are passed away. Jim Bouton, Ball 4, read that book. Awesome book, former Seattle Pilot. I'm going to show you one more Jim Bouton that I have. This is a 2004 Fleer National Pastime Buyback. So it was a buyback in 2004. It's embossed. So there's just a different version of it. No big deal. It's just, I have a lot of the, I'm not including that in my set. But that, and I want to say the Derek Jeter is from that 2004, which, yeah, I don't really consider it part of the set, but I do. Clete Boyer, Yankee legend. And he signed it Cletus. And that was, I believe Cletus it says, but yeah, he was struggling with his writing. I'm sure it was right before, I believe he's passed away. Hall of Famer, Steve Carlton, go Phillies. I'm rooting for you in the World Series. Orlando, Cha-Cha Cepeda, Hall of Famer. So the selection of the vintage guys is one reason I love this set. And the on card, I love it. Ron the Penguin Say from the state of Washington. Dodger legend. Dave Concepcion, the black ink version. Dave Concepcion, the red ink version. So there are some variations. Keeping plugging along. Cecil Cooper, he was a Red Sox and Brewer legend. My man, Andre the Hawk Dawson, Hall of Famer. Legendary TTMer and Red Sox Hall of Famer, Bobby Dorr. Darrell Evans, who has insane numbers. Oh, it's not his base card, obviously. Insane numbers. He hit some bombs. Darrell Evans, Giants, Braves. Who else? I want to say there's one other team I'm missing. Tigers. That's it. Robert Bob Feller, Cleveland Indian great and Hall of Famer. I love that wind-up Bob. Met him in person years ago. Phil Scrap Iron Garner, Pittsburgh Pirate. I believe 1962 MVP, Dick Grote, Pittsburgh Pirate, St. Louis Cardinal. Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry. I love this set. Like I said, I'll never complete it all. Big Frank Howard for the Washington Senators, played for some other teams. He was just a monstrous size man. I want to say he was like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". Fergie Jenkins, Hall of Famer, Cubs, Red Sox, Rangers, lots of teams. Just a great pitcher. Should be a Hall of Famer, Tommy John, White Sox, Dodger, and a surgery named after him. Davey Johnson, Mets skipper in '86, but he also had a 40 home run season with the Braves. Crazy. Davey Johnson here with the Orioles. Jim Kitty Cott, Hall of Famer, Minnesota Twins, Senator, etc. Philly. I want to say he was on the 80s Philly team, 80 World Series team, wasn't he? I could be wrong. Jim Cott. Mr. Tiger, Hall of Famer, Al Kaline. Rest in peace. George Kell, Hall of Famer, Red Sox, Tiger. I believe he had a couple other teams too. Hall of Famer, Ralph Kiner, Pittsburgh Pirate. Mr. World Series Perfect Game, Don Larson. Rest in peace. Great Tigers pitcher, Mickey Lolich. Legendary. Hall of Famer, Bill Mazeroski. I love his auto. It's very clean, very neat, very long. I do like that. Pittsburgh Pirate legend. Hal McRae, former skipper Hal McRae of the powder blue wearing Kansas City Royals. Hall of Famer, pictured here with the Detroit Tigers, Jack Morris. Jack played for a few other teams. I want to say the Twins. He pitched that 10-inning game in the World Series. Was he at Blue Jay too? I forget. But Jack Morris. Ben Ogilvy. Brewers good hitter there. Recent Hall of Fame inductee Tony Oliva, Minnesota Twins. His career, unfortunately, was cut very short because of knee injuries. Should be a Hall of Famer, Dave the Cobra Parker. Co-MVP in '79, I want to say, with Keith Hernandez. Joe Pepitone, New York Yankee legend. One of my favorite pitchers, and I actually got to see him pitch in the Kingdome way back in the day. Gaylord Perry, and no, I did not get any Vagisil, Vaseline, or any other kind of ointments on me. Boog Powell, I want to say he was 1970 MVP for the American League. John Boog Powell, Baltimore Orioles legend. Dave Righetti, great left-handed pitcher for the Yankees. And I think he ended his career in San Francisco, if I remember correctly. The Human Vacuum, Hall of Famer, Brooks Robinson. Love that card, because obviously, who wouldn't want a Brooks Robinson of him fielding? Great pitcher for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Preacher Rowe. Almost done, guys. Thanks for holding on. I mean, I love this set. I love this set. I love this set. Can't say it enough. Red Shandies, Hall of Famer, St. Louis Cardinal, player and manager. Here's another variation. So the first one, Herb Score. And then Herb Score with the Rookie of the Year 1955 depiction for the Cleveland Indians. That is inside. I got to get that one. I'm going to leave that one out. I got to get that little piece out of there. I'm OCD, guys. Sorry. Bill Moose Skowron, legendary New York Yankee. In the 2001 set, he signs his name Bill, so that's pretty cool too. But I like Moose, and I got him TTM years ago too. Enos Country Slaughter, Hall of Famer, and for the St. Louis Cardinals. Another Hall of Famer, Lee Smith. As you can see, that's a repeated theme mostly with these cards. Legends of the game, obviously. Greats, Fleer greats of the game autos. But Lee Smith, shown here with the Cardinals. Hall of Famer. Rest in peace recently, Bruce Sutter. Shown here with the Atlanta Braves. Obviously pitched for the Cardinals, the Cubs. Yeah, gone too soon. Gone too soon. Rest in peace. One of my favorite Mariners of all time, although he's shown here with the Milwaukee Brewers, Gorman Thomas. Gorman Thomas. Hall of Famer, Alan Trammell, Detroit Tiger legend, shortstop. A guy whose stats are pretty dang good. Frank White for a middle infielder. I want to say second baseman, but just a dang good second baseman and put up good numbers too. So Frank White, love the Powder Blues, Kansas City Royals. Also a rest in peace recently, Maury Wills. He was the 62 MVP. Knuckleballing legend, Hoyt Wilhelm. Shown here with the White Sox, played for too many teams to even think about mentioning. And last but not least, guys, thanks for sticking around. Mr. Triple Crown himself, Boston Red Sox, Carl Yastrzemski, the Yaz. Go give Scott some love. Scott, that was my VR. Hope it wasn't too long. I don't care if it was. I'm sorry. I love showing off that set. I really haven't done that for a long, long time, showing my progress on it. I'm 56 at 94. Show Scott some love. Ground Chuck out under 12 and a half minutes. Everybody stay safe.